This is the final report for Switzerland. What to expect? In this PowerPoint, we will talk about Switzerland's culture, economy, government, and their attitudes on the business markets, as well as recommendations for how to enter the market based on what was gathered in this report. By the end of this presentation, you will be able to easily identify how to enter the market and what steps to take. First, let's take a look at three main dimensions for HOFSTEDE: power distance, individualism, and masculinity or femininity. Power distance is the extent to which the less powerful members of institutions and organizations within a country expect and accept that power is distributed unequally. Individualism: this measures how selfish a country's people are, to put it blatantly. Its other half is collectivism, which measures how much a country stands together with its people. Masculinity and femininity: when a country is more masculine, this means that their society is more driven on competitiveness and success. But when a country is more feminine, this means that they prefer to value caring for others and a sustainable quality of life. Because Switzerland borders Germany and France, there are both German-speaking Swiss and French-speaking Swiss. Not only are they different in their language, but in their power distance index as well. Swiss Germans don't follow hierarchical rule. The power within their office is decentralized and they don't expect one person to have all the answers. However, Swiss French do follow hierarchical rule. Everyone must follow the rules. Individualism: all of Switzerland is more concerned with we than I. You know, there's the old saying, there is no I in team. This is especially prevalent in Switzerland. They are a community-based people and they're not selfish. Masculinity: with such a high score of 70, this is a country driven by success and competition. To be lazy is a dishonor. Social etiquette: the Swiss are well known for their honest and law-abiding behavior. If a citizen sees another taking any sort of advantage of the system, they are to confront the offender even if it disrupts the peace. Politeness, privacy, and even how to give firm handshakes are taught to Swiss residents as early as kindergarten. Know that in their culture, it is perceived as rude and overly dramatic if you speak loudly or interrupt a conversation. Business etiquette: all business professionals dress in conservative, muted colors. German Swiss never wear ties, while French Swiss do wear ties. Just be important to keep that in mind when choosing which border to enter from. So why Switzerland? Here are 10 different examples of why to choose Switzerland. 1. Ideal strategic location. 2. Flexible labor market and highly skilled workforce. 3. First-class infrastructure and high quality of life. 4. Competitive tax conditions. 5. Leading center of innovation. 6. World-leading industry clusters. 7. Secure legal framework. 8. High degree of international integration. 9. Efficient capital markets. And 10. Professional support. But what do all these mean? The ideal strategic location. 3 of the 4 largest European markets and economies border Switzerland. 2. There's a low unemployment rate and high participation rate that also allows for good international experience. 3. There is an extensive network of roads, railways, and airports, as well as environmental services and safe cities. 4. To compete with the rest of Europe, the Swiss tax rates are moderate. 5. With most of the country's population having basic education and training, universities conduct world-renowned research. 6. Most companies specialize in pharmaceuticals and life sciences. 7. Establishing a company is relatively simple. It is efficient in its procedures to help regulate the environment and keep it healthy. 8. There is a high level of investments abroad, along with 4 languages that everybody is familiar with, English being another. This allows for easy communication. 9. There's a wide range of banking and insurance products that offer favorable interest investments. And 10. Using the professional support of the country, competent advisory services which support in establishing business networks. Government attitudes on companies. The Swiss government is very keen on protecting the country's public companies against hostile takeovers by other companies, whether they be foreign or domestic. The government's attitude on foreign portfolio investments and market structures has earned them top ranks as a result. However, the government will have all new foreign businesses be fully transparent on their rules and regulations. Financial review. Here is Switzerland's GDP per capita over the last 10 years. It makes up around 0.58% of the world's economy. Their gross national debt is around 40%, and their national debt is around 22% as of 2017. It is worth noting that the ratio for debt to GDP has a consistent downward trend since 2005, showing that the country's spending habits are controlled and they know how to save their money. The cost of living. Swiss average cost of living per month is 62% higher than that of the US. In US dollars, renting an apartment is a little over $1,500 a month. However, have comfort in knowing that the Swiss government spends 22% of their gross adjusted disposable income on making sure people have a home. Legal system. A huge advantage of Switzerland's legal system is that there are generally no restrictions for foreigners that are interested in establishing a business. In fact, the Switzerland Global Enterprise, or SGE, is a nonprofit organization tasked with attracting outsiders to help contribute to the Swiss economy. According to the U.S. Department of State, the SGE's main objective is to bring in medium-sized companies that will produce anywhere from 50 to 250 new jobs for residents. The only thing to keep in mind is that Switzerland is not an official member of the European Union, so, depending on what business you decide to start, you will have to get appropriate approval from authorities. Workforce demographics. Switzerland relies on the countries that it borders to fill its workforce. Of the 325,000 daily commuters, 60,000 are German, 177,000 are French, and 88,000 are a mix of Swiss and Italian, that being the rest of Switzerland. Knowing this, it would be easier to find business with the French based on their population influence in the country. Conclusions. Based on our cultural research, there seem to be 2 recommendations for entering the market. Option A. If you favor a more relaxed setting and for not just one person to have all the answers you seek, enter the market from the German border. Option B. Entering the market from the French border will ensure that there is more of a managerial influence, since hierarchy is favored and everyone has a job to do. However, while the French favor hierarchical rule and managers, it is culturally recognized that speaking loudly is perceived as overly dramatic, so keep that in mind. It is also beneficial to keep in mind the flexible labor market, skilled workforce, high quality of life and infrastructure, and their national reputation of successful innovation. Also, because of the higher cost of living, evaluate yours to make sure that you can afford it. Just remember, Switzerland is not a selfish culture. They will work with you if you work hard. Also, as long as you're able to appeal your business to at least 50 people, you should be safe, because the Swiss government will protect you.